I'm JB Shah. I'm a professor in the Department of Statistics. Uh, I have done my BSc, MSc, and PhD
There,
in the subject statistics.
मैंने लाइव कैप्शन ऑन कर ली है.
Uh, See, without wasting time, we don't have enough time to discuss anything else except subject. So let us discuss first of all syllabus. First of all, syllabus. In SEM 1 in statistics, there are 4 units. Each unit have one chapter. Means you can say that there are only 4 chapters. Each chapter having equal weightage. That means 25%. Out of 4 units or 4 chapters, you are familiar with 2 chapters at particular level. You have to study in that 2 chapters some advanced thing, but you are familiar somewhat in that 2 chapters. One is correlation and second one is the regression. But in correlation topic there is one additional topic, that is association. So it is unit 1, correlation and association of attribute, that is unit 1. Unit 2, that means linear regression. So you are familiar with regression as well as correlation. Unit 3 and 4 are totally new for you. One is business forecasting, business forecasting, and the last one is demographic method. Last one is demographic method. So there are 4 topics. Now today, out of these 4 topics, 2 will be taken by another sir, Dr. Chirag Trivedi. He is the head of the department of this statistics department. I will take 2 topics. He will take 2 topics. Today we are going to start one of the simple topic, that is linear regression. So let us start this topic, linear regression. Okay, regression. Now maybe many of you from Gujarati medium. So any of you know in Gujarati the you can what is the Gujarati of linear regression? Any of you know?
नियत संबंध
नियत
सर
संबंध.
Yes, niyat saban. Perfect. Niyat saban. Linear regression. The Gujarati of that is Surek niyat saban. Linear, that means Surek. Regression, that means niyat saban. Okay. Now let us discuss first of all use of regression. First of all, use of regression, and then we will discuss what is regression. Okay, so any of you know what is the use of regression? You can give the answer in Gujarati, no problem, if you are from Gujarati medium student. So yes, any of you are able to say what is the use of regression? You can unmute your mic and you can speak directly. No need to wait for anybody else. What is the use of regression? Any of you? You can speak in Gujarati, no problem at all.
So it is used to know the value of dependent variable on the basis of independent variable.
Perfect. Perfect. One of the main use, the regression. is to estimate or to know the value of dependent variable for the given value of independent variable. So regression is useful to estimate the value of one variable, means dependent variable, for the given value of independent variable. Now that is the use of regression. Like if we want to estimate the demand of any product on the basis of price, you can use the regression line. If you want to estimate the yield of crop on the basis of waterfall or rainfall or availability of water, then you can use regression. If you want to know the demand of the product on the basis of advertisement, you can use. So if we do this much advertisement, then what should be the demand? If we want to find out the answer of that question, and that is one of the important questions in many of the business, so you can use regression. Now the question is, what is regression? Now the question is, what is regression? Now please don't write anything in message, because I am not able to see the message frequently. You can speak at any time, no problem at all. Yes, please. What is the meaning of regression? Not the use, meaning of regression. What is the definition or meaning of regression? Any of you?
Sir,
Yes,
may I?
please. Yeah, yes.
Regression meaning સરેરાશ કિંમત પર પરત થવું અથવા તો પ્રતિગમન.
Once again.
નિયત સંબંધ એટલે શાબ્દિક અર્થમાં સરેરાશ કિંમત પર પરત ફરવું અથવા તો પ્રતિગમન.
Okay. Anybody?
Sir, it is the
Yes.
Sir, it is the process of measuring the relationship between dependent variable and independent variable.
It is the process. Okay.
So it is a mathematical function.
Very good. That is the perfect and best answer. Yes, you are absolutely right. See, if you want to give the definition of regression, then you can write in one sentence only. Regression is the functional or mathematical relationship between two variables. Regression is the functional or mathematical relationship between two variables. That is regression. So regression is the mathematical relationship between two variables. So now the question is, what is variable? What is variable? Normally we denote a variable like x, y, z, like that. What is variable? Any of you?
જેના વચ્ચે કાર્યકારણનો સંબંધ હોય તે.
Yes. A variable, Gujarati of that is chal. Now what is the meaning of variable? That is the Gujarati, chal. Yes, you are right. But what is the definition of variable? Yes, please continue. What is the...
Sir, may I?
Yeah, please.
Sir,
yes.
which is liable to change.
Correct. You can say like that. Variable means which vary from unit to unit. That is variable. Variable means which vary from unit to unit. That is variable. Okay. So if there is some functional relation between the variables, then it is known as the regression. Functional relation. So if x and y are two variables, and if we write y equal to a plus bx, so that is the functional relation. So it is the variable. Or you can write z equal to a plus bx plus c is y. That is also regression. Or you can write y square x square plus y square equal to z square. That is also regression or functional relation between the variables or among the variables. Now, here we are going to study only linear regression. This type of regression is also possible. This is known as logarithm regression. This is exponential regression. So this type of regressions are possible, but we have to study only one simple topic, that is what? Linear regression. Any of you know which one is the form of linear regression? Of linear regression. Out of this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one is the linear regression?
Y is
Third
equal to
number,
a
sir.
plus bx.
Y is equal to a plus bx.
Correct.
Third
Y
number.
equal to, yes, third number.
Y
Y
equal to a plus bx.
That is the linear regression. This is not linear regression, it is logarithm regression. Okay, so we have to study this. This is also linear regression. Actually, this is also linear regression, but it is for more than two variables. There are three variables here, x, y, z. According to our syllabus, we have to study linear regression for two variables only. So there are two variables only, x and y, and we want to study the relation between x and y. So we have to obtain this type of relation. Now this y equal to a plus bx. Any of you know which one is dependent and which one is independent variable here? X is dependent or independent?
X is dependent on y.
Yes, x is independent.
X is independent and y is dependent.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now listen. There are two variables, x and y. Let us say x is the height of the student and y is the weight of the student. Okay, before that, let us discuss another thing. There are two variables, x and y. X is the rainfall, and y is the yield of crop. Rainfall and yield of crop. Which one is dependent and which one is independent in this situation? One is
Rainfall is independent.
rainfall is independent and yield of crop is depends on that. Correct. And if it, so if x is rainfall and y is yield of crop, then we have to use this regression line to estimate the value of y, rainfall, for the given value of, sorry, to estimate the value of crop, yield of crop, for the given value of rainfall. So for given value of x, you can estimate y. But now tell me, there are two variables, height and weight. One is x, other one is y. I know height and weight of 10. I know the height and weight of 10 students. There are 10 students and I know the height and weight of these 10 students. Now, can you tell me which one is dependent variable and which one is independent variable here?
No, sir.
No, because it's not like that. Height it depends on weight only, or weight is depends on height only. It's not like that. There is a mutual relationship between height and weight. So now, for one of the student, let us say student number 11, I know the height of that students. Are you able to find out the weight of that students or estimate the weight of that students?
No.
Yes or no?
No, sir. No, sir.
Oh, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. And if there is a question, if I know the weight of one of the student, can you able to estimate the height of that student?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
Okay, now listen. Once we can say that, can you estimate, sir, the can get the appropriate or approximate correct answer, not the perfect answer. So if you say that we are not able to find out the answer of this question, then what is the use of regression? Why we study this particular topic, regression, if you know that we are not able to give the we are not able to get the answer of this question? So if you say that we are not able to give the answer for the weight of the students for the given height, or the height of the students for the given weight, then what is the use to study regression?
Predicting the value.
Once again,
Predicting the value.
I'm sorry, once again, please.
It's a prediction of value. Can you
What
hear me?
value?
Prediction of value.
Prediction
We are
of the
predicting.
prediction. Okay, prediction. Okay, this word. Okay, now tell me, any of you, what is the difference of these three? Estimation, estimate, or prediction, forecasting? Let us discuss first of all that thing, so you will get better idea. There is a very thin difference between all these three: estimation, prediction, and forecasting. But let us discuss once within a 5 minutes the difference of these three. Any of you know the difference of estimation, prediction, and forecasting?
So prediction is
Prediction and forecasting are almost same. So just remove that two things. Either you can say prediction or forecasting, it's same thing. And estimation, what is the difference? What is the difference
Sir,
between? Yes, please.
sir,
Yes.
estimation means you roughly calculate the number, roughly calculate the sum with the numbers given,
Okay.
and prediction is which you predict, which you forecast that this might happen.
Okay. Once again, forecast or prediction. What is the meaning of forecast?
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, forecast means to future, forecast the future on basis of the past data or relevant data on present data. While
Perfect.
estimate is just like a sample or like estimating a normal value from a population or sample, like kind of. We
Very
don't
good.
use the past data in that.
Very good answer. Very good answer. That is, yes, absolutely correct answer. See, forecasting or prediction, that is for future, and estimation, that is the actual thing which is there at present, but we don't know that thing. It is already there, but we don't know, and we want to find out that thing on the basis of sample. That is estimation. And if you want to find out something for future, then it is prediction, forecasting. Let us take one small example. If I want to know how many patients are there suffering from diabetes in India at present, and if I want to know how many patients will suffer from diabetes in 2030 in India 2030, how many are suffering from this particular disease, diabetes? If I want to know about future, that is, you can say that estimation, rough differences is there, but it is not estimation, it is forecasting, because it is for future. But if I want to know how many are suffering from diabetes at present, I don't know anything about exact figure. Okay, can you tell me how to estimate how many are suffering from diabetes at in India at present? By taking population study or sample study? By using population study or sample study?
Sir, sample study, because population study will not be possible.
Correct. So from the sample, whatever you, there in your sample, on the basis of that, if you say about population, then it is estimation. And on the basis of past data, by using different techniques, by using values or anything, if you about future, that is forecasting. So there is a difference between forecasting and estimation. Right now we are discussing about estimate. To estimate the value of one variable for the given value of another variable, we have to use the regression. Right now we are discussing this thing. Okay, now tell me, if I want to find out the value of one variable for the given value of another variable, which technique we have to use? Obviously regression. So are you able to find out the value of height for the given value of weight, or value of weight for the given value of height by using regression? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
if I
Yes,
have
sir.
this data, on the basis of this data, you can estimate the value of x for the given value of y, and you can estimate the value of y for the given value of x. Now, if we want to estimate the value of y for the given value of x, you have to use regression line of x on y. But if you want to estimate the value of x for the given value of y, you have to use the regression line of x on y. So there are two regression lines. One is x on y, other one is y on x, and this we have to use when there is a mutual relation. If we know that one variable is depends on another variable, then no problem. You can use this and take x as a independent variable and y is a dependent variable. There is only one regression line. You can say like that. But if the variable having some interrelationship, in that case you require this line also. So there are two regression line, not only one regression line y on x. There are two regression line. One is x on y, other one is y on x. And the form of this y on x is like y equal to a plus bx, and here x equal to a plus by. Here this b is the regression coefficient of regression line y on x, and here b is the regression coefficient of regression line x on y, and that is why this b is denoted by byx, is denoted by bxy. So now onwards there are two regression coefficient, one is byx, other one is bxy. Okay, now see how to estimate the value of y for the given value of x. You have to use this one, but for that you require value of a and b. And if you want to estimate x for the given value of y, you require to use this. Here also you require a and b. Now the question is how to find out a and b. So a and b can be calculated by using different formulas. So by using this data, you can easily calculate a and b. How to calculate? Listen. To find out a, just you can take these two terms in another side. To find out a, just take these two in another side. So you can say that y minus bx. Here you can find out a by using x minus by. Now the question is, which value of x we have to assume? Because there are number of values of x, because there are 10 values. Here there are 10 values, so don't which value we have to select. So the answer is take the average value. So take the average. and same way take the average of y. So take the average of x and average of y, which is denoted by x bar, y bar. So you can easily calculate a if you know the value of b, because x bar and y bar is easily calculated by using given data. So here also x bar, y bar you can calculate and calculate b, you will get easily a. Now to calculate b, and if it is y on x, then it is byx. Now the question is how to calculate this b, whether it is bxy or byx, whatever it is. So you know that there is a one of the formula for byx is r into sy upon sx, or you can write r into, instead of sy you can write sigma x upon sigma y. You can write like this, r into sigma y upon sigma x. Either you can use symbol s or sigma. Right now it is same. Actually there is a difference, but right now it is same. Any of you know what is the meaning of this s or sigma? What is s?
Standard deviation.
Correct, standard deviation of if we write sx, then standard deviation of x. If we write sy, then standard deviation of y. Now the question is, what is r? What is r?
So R means regression, correlation
Coefficient.
Correlation coefficient. R is a correlation coefficient, and one of the formula of R is, what is this?
For covariance of xy upon standard deviation of x.
Covariance of x and y. Covariance of x and y. And you know that the formula of covariance of xy is sigma x minus x bar, y minus y bar upon n. This is covariance of x and y. Now just tell me, in this, if I want to find out covariance of xx, so covariance
Plus
of,
y by x.
yes, so it is sigma x minus x bar, once again x minus x bar upon n. That is nothing but what? Sigma x minus
X minus x
square
bar square.
upon n. So that is nothing but what? Variance of x only. Instead of writing covariance of xx, you can write variance of x and take its root. Take its
You
root,
will
and
get
it is,
standard deviation.
yes, it is
Okay.
standard deviation. So what is the formula of standard deviation? Sigma x minus x bar the whole square upon n. Similarly, you can find out the formula of standard deviation of y. Tell me, what is the formula of standard deviation of y? Sigma y minus y bar the whole square upon n. So covariance of xy, you can calculate covariance of xy here. You can calculate covariance of xy by using this formula. Standard deviation of y by using this formula, and standard deviation of x, same formula, but instead of variable x y, you have to use x. So once we have the value of correlation, we know that how to find out correlation now. So once we have correlation, you can easily calculate b, because standard deviation of x and y is also known. So now let us discuss in particular manner. There are two regression line of y on x, regression line of x on y. The form is y equal to a plus bx. Here the form is x equal to a plus by. Here a is nothing but y minus bx, but instead of y you have to write y bar x bar. Here a you can write x minus by, taking this by in left side only, but instead of x and y you can write x bar and y bar. So it is very easy to calculate a once we know the value of b. But here b is what? Byx. Here b is what? Bxy. Here byx, the formula of that is what? R into sy upon sx. Here r into sx upon sy. Now the question is, this is our first formula. Let us consider as a formula of B, first formula. Now put the value of covariance here. So our B by X, sorry, put the formula of correlation. So formula of correlation is covariance of XY upon Sx into Sy. Keep this Sy upon Sx as it is. And now see this you can cancel. So we have another formula of B by X. That is what? Covariance of XY upon Sx square. So you can simply say that B by X is nothing but of X and Y divided by variance of X. Here same thing, you can put covariance of xy upon sx into sy as a formula of R, and this sx upon sy as it is. Sx will cancel, so we get bxy is nothing but covariance of xy upon sy square. So this is, you can consider as our second formula of b by x. But we know that the formula of covariance of xy, that is what? Sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar upon n, and keep this as x square as it is. So we have third formula of b y x. Here same way you can put here formula sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar upon n as a formula of covariance of xy, and keep this sy square as it is. So this becomes our third formula of bxy. Now you can put the formula of sx square. See, sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar as it is, n as it is, and we know the formula of sx square, it is variance. So its formula is sigma x minus x bar the whole square upon n. No need to write root because it is sx square. And if we cancel this n, we get another form of b by x, that is sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar upon sigma x minus x bar the whole square. This is another formula. Same way you can use the put the value of sy square, you will get another formula of bxy sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar upon sigma y minus y bar the whole square. So this is the way to calculate the value of b by using different formulas. Still there are few other formulas are there, but we will discuss, we will continue that in our next lecture. This is enough for today. If you have any question, any doubt, you can ask your doubt up to this.